and welcome to a very special episode of EKnights, the program produced by television storytellers of tomorrow. My name is Barmel Lyons, and I'll be your host. And tonight, we'll be taking a look behind the scenes of Nightly News, the student-run program here at the University of Central Florida. Okay, so I'm extremely excited because we have two very special guests with me today. The first, which is Mona Howe. How are you today, Mona?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good. All right, so now, Mona, you're one of the broadcast journalism students, a part of Nightly News, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me more about your involvement and where you see yourself in this program and in the future.
Well, I started this program because I loved storytelling, and I loved every aspect of storytelling, especially the visual aspect. And here at the University of Central Florida, this program kind of gave me the ability to put all that together and convey that information to my viewers. So my goal is really to maybe somewhere at some news station somewhere be a valuable reporter on their staff.
Definitely, definitely. So what would you say are some of your future goals, and how is the Nightly program really preparing you for that?
The Nightly program, what it really has done for me and the rest of my team, they've given us the real life scenario. I mean, the newsroom that we have is as close as you're going to get to a real newsroom out there. And to be able to do that here and learn, it really is a privilege that not many people have that opportunity. So that's what it's doing for us here.
Definitely. So, I mean, by the program itself, it seems as though Nightly is very intensive. Can you sort of give me a brief walkthrough of your typical schedule throughout the week?
Yeah, our week is very tough. We start on Monday by trying to figure out what's new. What do we want to talk about for the week? We have our show on Fridays, so we take the entire week to bring the content together. So on Mondays we pitch our stories. Tuesdays we kind of go out there and get our interviews with our sources and our human elements, and we come back, we write the story, we go back again, we shoot the story, we come back again, we edit the story. By Thursday we kind of have to bring everything together and create a full package so that we can air on Fridays.
Definitely, definitely. I mean, it sounds very interesting and very back to back. But so take me a little bit throughout the week. You know, you told me how you have the whole process. What is the highlight of Nightly News and actually going through this whole back and forth?
The highlight is the adrenaline, the constant running to different locations, the never knowing what's next, never knowing what's going to be breaking news, and constantly having to keep up with the information so that you can give the most accurate information on Fridays to your viewer.
Definitely, definitely. So tell me, if I am your anchor, correct? Mm-hmm. So tell me, how am I supposed to sort of act as an anchor?
Well,
what am I supposed to do?
You're doing a very good job so far.
Like this?
You want to be natural, just natural and conversational. That's all you got to do.
Got it. Tips to take to heart. Okay, so thank you again, Mona, for sitting down with us. I really appreciate it. Up next, we're going to take you through a week with Mona. Take a look. Inside Nightly Edition. I'm your host, Barmel Lyons, and with me now is our second guest, Ashley.
Hi, guys.
All right, so Ashley, you're currently the director of Nightly News, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so leaning more off that, now UCF offers a variety of student-led productions like late night, the talk show, sport programs. So how did Nightly News Production, how did you choose that?
Well, in high school, I also did TV production, and I really only did news and broadcast, and I really loved it. So when I came here, I knew that I wanted to do something really similar to that. And in one of my RTV courses, one of my professors was telling us about it. So then I decided, hey, I should do it. So then I came one Friday, and I came here. I didn't know what I was doing that Friday, but they threw me on to a position, and I really liked it, so I stuck with it, and here I am now.
For sure. So it seems like you had a long journey, a long process, but it sort of worked out.
It did. I did VTR, which is our video playback, so all the video that people see, we just roll it. And then I did floor directing, and then I did assistant directing, and now directing.
Okay, so it's a woman of many talents right here.
Yeah.
So you're a production student, but as a director, you work very closely with the on-air talent. So how is creating the content for Nightly News program and sort of corresponding with them working, and how has that changed your approach to production in general?
Well, I realize how important communication is. That's the biggest thing.
Major
I
key.
feel yeah, we always have little meetings after the shows, and past directors have always been like, communication is what we need to either work on or is what we did well this week. And I was always like, yeah, okay. And then I didn't realize how important it was until I became either assistant director or director. Communication is very big to have everybody on the same page in both broadcast and production.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so now people might be more familiar with what broadcast journalists do, but no one really gets to understand the production side because you guys are sort of in the back. So can you tell me a little bit more about exactly what happens?
Yeah, a lot of people don't really know how much work goes into production. We don't just come in on Friday right before the show starts, turns everything on, and then just go for it. No, we come in a few hours before we go live, and I come in a little bit before, and I go into the newsroom just to make sure, if anything has changed in the rundown, so I update it for the production side, so we're all up to date and on the same page. And then I'll come in here, and I'll give everybody their positions, and then we start getting ready for their show and preparing.
Okay. So you sort of keep everybody on task and keep everything together.
And make sure that both production, again, and broadcast are all on the same page.
Got it. So would you say that there are certain challenges that would arise, working with a news program? And, compared to other productions that you've done, how is this one different?
Well, news is constantly changing.
Definitely.
Updating every second of every day. So the broadcast, they like to give UCF and Orlando the timeliest news. So we try to help them with that. And if they want to add anything or cut anything right before the show, we'll try to get it done so they can have it. So
all right,
that's
cool.
different.
So you basically put it all in one.
Yep.
Awesome. But, thank you so much for being here with me, Ashley. I appreciate it. Now let's take a look at Ashley's day-to-day. Thank you so much, Mona and Ashley, for coming out today. I really appreciated it. Now, all this talk about nightly news makes me want to figure out how production even works for myself. Again, I'm your host, Barmel Lyons. Thank you for watching EKnights, the program produced by television storytellers of tomorrow. Have a good day.